Hello students, so today I am here with chapter 1. Uh, in chapter 1 we have two lessons. One comes from the prose sections, then the other lesson comes from what? The poetry section. So here a short poem is there, the ant and the cricket. Ant and the cricket, which is adapted from the Aesop fables. Fable means what? It's a short story, often with animals as characters, and that conveys moral. Often what? With animals. Fables is a story, often with animals as characters. You will find in this type of story, you will find animals as characters. Animals they have taken, and they conveys morals. So we will read this lesson first. I will read for you stanza wise, and I will explain it afterwards. Now the poem goes like this. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? So here you get what? A silly cricket, just like grasshopper, no? A silly cricket like grasshopper. He was very much fond of singing, accustomed to sing, like to sing. The meaning of accustomed here, what? Like to sing, or the habit of singing. So, young silly cricket, accustomed, like to sing throughout the warm sunny months in the summer season and spring. When there is summer and spring, he liked to sing and spend most of his time in singing and dancing, and began to complain when he went at home. He began to complain when his cupboard was empty, when winter comes, when winter it arrives. When winter arrives, he began to complain when he found that his cupboard was empty. When he found that his cupboard was empty, where he used to keep, the food, nothing was there. He's empty. The food was not there. So, not a crumb to be found, not a bit of bread, or not a piece of bread is there on the cupboard. On the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a single flower could he see. Here the poet is talking about the winter season. When the winter comes, in summer what happened? He was spending his time, wasting his time in singing and in dancing. And when the winter arrives, he found that his cupboard was empty. There was nothing to eat, and not a single flower was there he could see, and not a leaf he could see on the tree. So now he thought, the cricket thought that what it will be for him, what his life will be without this. So at last, by the starvation, the second stanza, at last by starvation and famine made born, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he had repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So what made him bold here? A courage, no? Bold means courage. It comes in him because of starvation and famine. Because of starvation and famine. Starvation means what? Here, severe shortage. He did not have anything to eat. That is called the starvation, shortage. And the condition where someone very about to die because of not getting anything, that is also called the starvation. So here, that made him bold. where famine also it is given what? Scarcity of food. When he found that there is nothing to eat, then that made him courage, and he went where he has gone there with wet, dripping with wet. He was fully wet of because of rain, and just trembling with cold, with shivering. No, he has gone there before the miserly ant, who can give him something to eat, so the shelter to protect him from rain, and a mouthful of grain so that he could fill his empty stomach. So, and what he said, he would repay it tomorrow. He would take today, and the very next day he will repay it, whatever he has taken from the home, the ant. Otherwise, he would die of starvation and sorrow. Otherwise, he would die of starvation and sorrow. So, moving to the next stanza, says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the winter was warm? Quoth the cricket, no, not I. So here, when the grasshopper he was asking something from the ant replied that what he had done, what the grasshopper had done when there was summer and spring, what he had done, why he did not store anything for the future, why he did not store anything for the winter. So he told him, my heart was so light that I sang, and day and night, that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you sang. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable, I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. So here, what the grasshopper replied to this, when ant asked why he did not store anything for the winter, the ant replied that his heart was so light, he was enjoying in that sunny day, in that springtime, and he sang all through the day and night, and he did not care about the future. He did not care about the future, and he sang all through the day and night. Then to this, the ant replied to the grasshopper, then go and dance the winter away. Just like this, you dance, sing and dance, and let the if you sing and dance, then the winter will go away. In this way, just do it, continue your dancing. Here, because they neither borrow nor lend anything from anyone, so that's why they said that you just dance, sing and dance, and so that the winter will go away. So at the end, what the ants they did, they turned the door shut, and they sent the grasshopper out of their house. So some people they said that this is a fable. Fable means just a story, which is not true. Fable which is not true also. Okay, I told you a story which is not exactly true, but it conveys some moral. But the poet said that it is true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. So here the poet, what he said, some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. 4 legs cricket, we already know that the grasshopper, but here the poet, he said that the 2 legs, who are these creature, who are this cricket, this 2 legs, the poet says that he compared to 2 legs with the human being also, just like this. Some of there, are there who doesn't do anything when they have enough to eat, when they don't get any problem, they spend their time, they waste simply their time without doing anything, and when they get the problem, when the situation demands them, then only they realize that now this is the time that we do something for ourselves. But what it would happen then, if we realize afterwards, it will be too late, it will be too late for us. So here what the moral is there in this lesson, that we always do now for the future. We have to plan accordingly, otherwise in future we will get problem. In future it will be difficult for us. Like we can take an example of like students' life, when they don't study, when teachers ask them, when parents ask them, then, and at the time of examination, if they in the time of examination they studied 2-3 hours or one day, that will be not enough for them, that will be not enough for them, because the examination means they have to in the question paper, it is the question paper is set as per their session, as per their book which they have covered teaching, so they said in that way. So in one day it is not possible for students to complete the whole syllabus. So that's why before the exam, the students, they have to be ready, they have to prepared, they must be ready, then only they can attempt all the questions and they can get good marks. So in this lesson, this much only. So I want that you read this lesson, read this point, so that you will understand, and this reading this point is very interesting. You will be enjoying by reading this, and I want that some of the words, word meanings are there. So this word meaning, maybe some of you are getting for the first time, you read it, by heard it and memorize it. So today this much only. Thank you very much.